All right, Chelsea look like they're going to be a problem next season in the Premier League. They do look like they're going to be a problem because I think the performance, not just against PSG today, but overall in the Club World Cup, they've been cooking. Maresca has been cooking, and you have to give props to the manager, bro, because Maresca has completely transformed this Chelsea side. From when they took over, from when the Americans took over, the Todd Bowley, when they took over, a lot of question marks. There was a point where we had no idea how many players that Chelsea have. We didn't even know the names of the players in the dressing room. They couldn't even fit in the dressing room, for God's sake. But now we can see him slowly shifting out the players that he doesn't want and really emphasizing on the players and building a proper system around it. He is a Pep disciple, bro. He is. And, a lot of people doubted him in the sense where, you're coming up from the Championship. I know he's, promoted Leicester from the Championship to the Premier League. That is still not significant. That's still not enough to be able to coach a top side like Chelsea in Europe. And he has completely transformed it. The way they play, the link-up play, the way they form triangles, the way they have the fullbacks overlapping, the way he has his midfield so structured, the way he has his top three being a little bit more fluid, with the addition of João Pedro, with the addition of Cole Palmer, and getting rid of Noni Madueke, with the revolutionizer Pedro Neto as well from his Wolves days to now at Chelsea. It's looking like it's going to be a problem next season. And me, as an Arsenal fan, I thought I had to look after Liverpool and Manchester City over my shoulders. But now I would have to look after Chelsea as well, because Chelsea look very dangerous. When it came to this PSG side was compared to the best teams in the world. This PSG side was looked to be one of the best teams in the world of all time, in terms of one of the best teams in the world. They were comparing it to the Real Madrid three-peat in the Champions League. They were comparing it to 2011, the Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. They were comparing it to the Centurions from Man City. They were comparing it to Liverpool 18-19, the Klopp side. So they were comparing it amongst the best teams in the world. And PSG has had a really good season. They've almost had a near-perfect season if it wasn't for the Club World Cup. They won the Champions League. They won the the Coupe de France. They won the Ligue 1. They had a tremendous season. They're one of the most exciting teams, one of the most entertaining teams to watch. Now, when it came prior to this match, a lot of people predicted that Chelsea were going to lose quite significantly. I mean, I didn't say that. I mean, a final, anything can happen, but a lot of people predicted PSG to win quite comfortably. Looking at the demolition against Real Madrid in the semi-finals when they beat them 4-0. So, it's absolutely incredible to look at this scoreline of 3-0 with Cole Palmer scoring a brace and João Pedro scoring a goal as well. He scored 2 in the semi-finals, so he scored 3 goals in 2 games, which is absolutely brilliant. And, what a way to mark his territory and absolutely kicking Nico Jackson out of the Chelsea squad. So this team is looking like a problem. It is looking like a problem. They've won now 125 million euros from the Club World Cup, right? Because that's the winnings that they get. And on top of that, they're doing businesses like selling Madueke for 50 million. That's another thing as well. So all these things combined, they are raising so much funds. They are buying players, but they're also raising funds. And they don't have players on ridiculous wages as well that would sort of stuff up their wage structure. So that's another sort of plus point as well, because they have these players for 8-year contracts, which is absolutely unheard of. This is absolutely incredible the way they've played this game, and I'm lost for words, and I'm sure there's many things out there that sort of explain how they've played. I'm not going to sort of dive into the tactical side, but I'm going to look at Cole Palmer, bro, because Cole Palmer as an individual, as a person, does not look like the brightest human being. He's not extremely smart. He's not very intellectual. But when it comes on the football pitch, like the amount of talking this guy does on the football pitch is absolutely absurd, because he lit that wall on fire, lit that stage on fire, honestly. And he's been doing that for such a long time. And what a brilliant player. The way he moves, the way he glides, he's got such flair. He's just a world-class player in my opinion. And honestly, since he's joined Chelsea, he's been their main man. In terms of his attacking output, he's been the main man, because Chelsea have been struggling with wingers, bro. Struggling to have a proper upfront. They tried Nkunku, they tried Nicholas Jackson. It just didn't work out. Cole Palmer single-handedly has carried on this team. And I think Cole Palmer's best position, in my opinion, is on the right-hand side, bro. Because he's a left-footed player. When he cuts in on his left, the amount of options that he has, the amount of things that he has in his arsenal to sort of damage a team that he has in front of him is absolutely incredible. He can take on a player. He can do long range. He can be in the box. He can do that sort of cutting edge pass that could split 4 defenders. He has it all as an individual. He's not the fastest, he's not the strongest. He's a very skinny little boy, but his intelligence the way he slot that goal past Donnarumma was absolutely brilliant. There's no power, it's just pure placement. And he knew exactly what to do when he had the ball. He knew exactly when to turn and when to shoot. And it's just a delight watching him play. It's a delight watching him play. Then you have João Pedro, who scored absolute screamers in the semi-finals. Again, a brilliant and a well-taken goal by João Pedro. So the missing piece of the puzzle, it looks like it's going to sort of link up. If they get another striker, because they've got Gittins coming in anyway. They've got Jamie Gittins coming in from Dortmund, so we are yet to see what this guy provides. Obviously, he wasn't able to play in the Club World Cup because he's already played for Dortmund in the Club World Cup, so that's why he was ineligible. But, the revolutionizer of, Pedro Neto, Wolves, we were convinced that Pedro Neto was an injury-prone player, but he's not. Looking at his time at Chelsea so far. At Wolves, he was constantly injured, but at Chelsea, he's playing every single game. He's a regular starter on the left-hand side. So it's quite interesting to see that. And I swear Caicedo plays like... Caicedo could never live up to the potential of that 100 and something million that they signed him for, because you don't sign a defensive player for that much, because you can't justify it. You can never justify it. But his performances for the past couple of months for Chelsea have been nothing less than 8 out of 10. He's been an absolute rock at the bottom, a rock at the back, and just sitting in front of that four defense line. It's absolutely brilliant the way this guy plays. And combine that with Enzo Fernandez as well, who's also been killing it in terms of goal contributions and in terms of assists. He's doing extremely well, and I think it's shaping up a little bit. I think they still need a quality centre back, in my opinion. I think Reece James being back gives them a lot of stability, a lot of sort of attacking output from the right hand side, and I really like Cucurella's involvement when it comes to the attack as well. Because if you see the kind of pocket of spaces that he picks up, it's absolutely brilliant to watch. So in terms of tactical masterclass, I think Maresca is a genius. I'm not saying he's he's the best we've ever seen or the best coach in the world, but he's slowly proving that he has what it takes to play at this level, and it's absolutely brilliant to see that. So I'm a little bit scared as an Arsenal fan to see what Chelsea could cook up next season, but I definitely know that they're going to be in and around. They might not win it, obviously. There's more chance of them not winning it, but they will be in and around the title, in my opinion. And I think they could do something significant in Europe as well. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next